Everyone, welcome back. So I think the only thing for us left to do, and this episode might be kind of dodgy, because OBS literally just updated, so it might get a little weird. So we're gonna be exploring the Pokémon Mansion. The Pokémon Mansion has a bunch of items in here, and a few Pokemon that we can only find in here. So let's catch this Magmar. Bag. Raspberry. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is not organized. So I pulled up the Bulbapedia page for this, and the items are listed by how soon you could find them, and then it's got like, it's color coded of like which games they appear in. So it literally goes, the Moonstone you find in Red, and then the Moonstone you find in Fire Red, and then the escape rope you find in Fire Red, then the protein you find in Fire Red, and then it goes a bunch of Pikachu stuff, and it goes, oh yeah, here's the Carbos, and it's like, what? Thanks, game. Okay, so my goal is, these episodes are going to be kind of longer in here because there's actually a lot to do in here. There is an exceedingly large amount of Pokemon to find in here, and an exceedingly large amount of trainers to face in here as well. So, I want to go into the bag. If I back out from catching, yeah, it's actually surprisingly complicated which Pokemon you can actually find in here. The Pokemon that we're mostly trying to go after are Muck, Magmar, which we just got, Ditto, and Ponyta used to actually be in here as well, but they moved it to where the cycling road used to be, so that's no longer here. I believe, let me double check by scrolling up. No, it used to be Growlithe. Nope, Ponyta, yeah, and blue. Ditto is at a 1% chance. So I'm gonna mostly catch a bunch of Grimer as I'm going around here. In my new room setup, my switch isn't across the table from me, so I can actually like, so I actually was able to move it in a more advantageous spot. Hopefully that works well. I'm gonna turn game volume down just slightly, because I saw it peaking over over the controller audio. If I get if I catch a bunch of Grimer, hopefully a Muck or a yeah, hopefully a Muck or a Ditto will show up. So there's 3 floors and a basement, and we're supposed to find the key somewhere in here. So let's stay on the first floor and then we're gonna go up. Because I believe you have to go all the way up to the 3rd floor to get down to the basement. Could be wrong, and I normally am, so... Okay. If I remember correctly, this is the only place to find burglars. Who normally... I don't even know what they have. Like, I think they used to have, their thing was like poison type. Oh. Tempting game. Putting a max lure down here. Putting a max lure down here to, So I would use it to try to... summon a, more rare Pokemon. I see your game. Dang it. Because the, because I actually moved the, Switch to a better position, it's, not acting up as much, and since I played a large amount of episodes with a screwed up, placement, now I'm used to throwing it a certain way. No, I don't need you. Max Lure and a Max Repel in opposite rooms. Good job. I'm throwing them a little bit too hard, apparently. I guess it's because they're actually smaller than they're actually depicted. So I'm recording this, and there's less than a month before Pokemon Let's Go before Sword and Shield comes out, and I did the math. Like, there was no way for me to actually like finish the series before the game comes out, even if I had all the videos like laid in front of me to record, that is already recorded and ready to go out. It will not be out before the game. So most likely, this episode will be after I'm done with, most likely after I'm done with, Sword and Shield, which will, surprisingly actually give me enough time to play through Eevee to show off that in an episode. Maybe 2. Not entirely too sure what I'm actually gonna do with Eevee. But effectively my goal is to play through Eevee, get all of the version exclusive ones for Eevee, send them over to my main profile, which is sadly not on my Switch. It's actually on IJ's, so There's that. Okay, I didn't have to move it as hard. Because it was like right in the center. Because what I do is I hold it up to about chin level, and then move it forward slightly, and it works. Okay, I got a 9 combo. Finding a lot of max items in here. I don't want to catch a second Magmar. I spent a lot of time down here on the first floor, so most likely I'm gonna head up to the second floor now. Let me actually check the numbers on that. Yeah, the chances of Muck and Ditto showing up on the basement are a lot stronger than anything else, so I think I'm good with 10 until I encounter one of them. And then I'm probably gonna have to build that back up. Okay, time to go up the stairs. So I pressed a button. It listed as a hidden button on the statue, and it's got glowing eyes. Dang it, Chansey. If you don't know, Chansey only appear here if you have a lure. If you have a lure active or have a particularly high combo. So since both of them, Arnie, he sends out Rapidash. Oh my gosh. Hit him with the Splishy Splash. Be good enough. Considering I'm over like 10 levels higher than him, then... Oh no, my bag of loot! Pressing a secret switch should open and close doors on the same floor. Thanks, Arnie. Knew I could count on you. He gives me a thumbs up as he as he falls through a hole in the ground. So yeah. So what Arnie said was true. It will open up the door, but it also closes other doors. So I should always be checking to see which doors are open, which doors are closed. Yeah, that's the ladder to the basement. Okay, let's grab that. Oh, I haven't been reading these books. Diary, July 5th. We discovered a new Pokemon deep in the jungle. There's so many Grimers. Dang it. I like how they made a different sound because it was more of a shallow throw. It does sort of have a audio. I like how even the audio makes it feel like you threw it hard or threw it slower or lesser. I do kind of like that. It's very nice. Very nice. I was trying to say nice and neat at the same time, so I was like, neat. Keep going for the head. You know, since Muck, like, since Grimer and Muck basically are, what they do to eat is that they dissolve things into their body, wouldn't it be almost impossible to, like, catch them in Pokeballs because it would just hit them and then it would dissolve into their body? Now, I'm not saying that Game Freak didn't think this through. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. I thought you were a burglar, but you're a kid trainer. Do you want to have some fun with a coach trainer? Sure. Rita. What Graveler? I'm gonna hit it with another Splishy Splash. Ow. So, a little bit about me. I just got back from work on a 9-hour shift. And it's like 1:30 in the morning. And the funniest part about that is that next week I'm going to be moving to 12-hour shifts. Because the holiday season is coming up and we need to push those boxes out the door. So you know, I don't think I've mentioned this, but no, I have mentioned this at I've mentioned this somewhere, but one of the ideas I had for a ROM hack of Platinum was the idea that the collectors, we haven't seen too many of them because they aren't really a thing. They aren't really a thing too much in at this point in the game, but one of the things I would do is have it be so like they have 1 or 2 Pokemon, but they're both shiny. So it's like I only collect really neat Pokemon. So it's like they would have rare Pokemon and shiny Pokemon because they're a collector. Oh, sorry, Rita, I skipped your dialogue. Battling with you is so much fun. Here, a present just for you. Rock Slide, even though you didn't get to show it off. It's a downpour of rocks. If you're in a double battle, you can hit 2 opponents at once. Can any of my Pokemon actually learn a Rock Slide? I wonder. Where to go? Oh, there it is. Nicholas can learn it. Huh. You know what? I'm actually going to replace Payday with it. It may feel a little weird even though I kind of talked it up, but I can just replace Rock Slide with Payday again later on. But yeah, it's like, I just really, I've just always fancied the idea of, I saw that. You were trying to hide in the corner. No, I'm not going to use the golden raspberry. I will use an Ultra Ball. Ah, dang it. Oh my gosh. Stop. This thing is so wily. Thank you. So Ditto is a special creature that, if you don't know, only knows transform. Makes almost perfect copies of its opponents. The only thing it doesn't replicate, I think, are stats. So if you had a Ditto with perfect stats, like actually perfect stats, both EV and IV stats, you could make a Pokemon better than the Pokemon that your opponent has. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to build up more Grimers, aren't I? I'll do it in a bit. I'll especially do it when I hit the basement. Oh. So one of the things that I am looking forward to in the next few days is hearing more things about Pokemon Sword and Shield, because there have been several times in which they just drop a bunch of information right before the game comes out, and there is a fair likelihood that they will do the same thing just before the game comes out, which will actually be it'd be kind of sad if they've been holding off information this long only to have them to go like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff. But all of the reviews for it have been looking good so far, so hopefully I'll enjoy it. Like, I'm the type of person who would enjoy the game anyway. My mentor once lived here. Braydon. I kind of wish I encountered the Ditto in the second episode of this place, because it would have vastly helped me try to think of a cool thumbnail. A critical hit, but it didn't do that much damage. Expelled the poison immediately. How about we move to Marowak and hit it with a Bone Meringue? Okay, it's not very effective because of the ghost typing, I believe. This one's tanky. Like, I did not expect that Weezing to take that much damage, even though it's like several levels below me. Megaton. I'll keep battling. I'll hit it with another ground type move. Now, normally ground wouldn't normally work using Levitate, because it would have Levitate, but because it doesn't have abilities, it just takes it out. Fighting moves would also work there, but I didn't want to throw out Nicholas haphazardly. Magmar, switch. Let's go up Martin because I need him to get a little bit more experience. I don't have Fairy. I think that's actually the only type that I haven't accounted for. Maybe also Psychic. I can't remember. Yeah. I could put Dazzling Gleam and Psychic on a Pokemon, but I don't think any of the Pokemon on my team actually can learn them. It's troubling when you can't get where you want to go. Try climbing down that long ladder. This staircase, I would rather go down. This Grimer seems to be defending this Pokeball. Wait, no. Not an Ultra Ball. I want to use that for Pokemon that are actually hard to catch. I'm probably going to be using Ultra Balls exclusively when I hit the Indigo Plateau and Victory Road, so there's that. The Pokemon I really need to catch over there is Exeggutor, and because that's the last Alolan form I haven't gotten. Okay, I was worried because nothing was showing up. I was like, what? Luis. Kangler. Yeah. I think we could hit it with a Thunder Punch and it should take care of it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know why I've always had this idea of keep battling. I'm gonna use my flying move on it. I've always had this idea that when you see an enemy trainer, you should be able to tell just by the way it looks, by the way that they are, like which model you're using, which Pokemon they have. Like, I mentioned this way back when I was first in Mount Moon, but like, you look at hikers and you go, okay, ground Pokemon, right? It's like, no, it's more rock. Okay. And they also use a few other Pokemon that are kind of like this. It's like, okay. Thanks. Couldn't beat Blaine, so I've been training here. Yeah, I feel you. So next time when we come back, I'm gonna have a few Grimers saved up, and I'm gonna head down to the basement. See